Okay, it's in the house, and I have to do that buttressing up there, help that be a little bit more stable, so we'll do that in a minute. And I'm going to put 2 screws on each stud. Most standards and practices I deal with are 16 inches on center for studs. These are more like 20. I don't know why. That one you can see right through the screen. And then when I was just surprised by that, so I can't do much right here. I can get 4 screws in, and I feel like that's going to be more than sufficient to do their long screws. And so they're 2.5 inch, so that ought to be just fine. So let's drop those in. So keep into consideration that these spacings on these bolts may not fit a modern house. It doesn't. And I found one 18 inches on center over here. There were 20 in one spot, 20 from here to this one, and then 18 from this one to this one. So I was hunting and pecking over here, and then I found out it was here. So at least I did find another stud, and you know, sank the screws in pretty good. Come on, baby, what are you doing? And so I feel real good about that. So we have to take this down at 1.2. So I think you could probably trust that, you know, nicely. Now when I take this down, I probably will put those expanders back here, because we're going to take this down to stain it. I think that's a better. Let's mark this one, because I hit it. See, it just wasn't working out. So I got those 3 right away. So this one kind of moved around on me too. So we're going to go ahead and hang it, and I'm probably going to suggest that you don't use it a whole lot until I get those backers into these bolts. But I think it'll be okay. At least we can do some measuring, and now we can hang the wheels. So I got to get this door in the right position, and then I can measure for the wheels. And we're going to use the gliders on the floor, and a couple of shims, and you know, bring it up a little bit, like that much, and then that ought to take care of that. Okay, cool. Okay, the decision was made to remove all that and paint it in place, which I think is good. And so we've got the marks where the bolts go, and I'm happy about that. So yeah, there's where that was. So I'm going to sadly have to use these, but I got those other screws in there, so I feel pretty good about that. So I got my capable cobalt hammer. Well, that's the first day that was been used. Don't look like any of my stuff. This looks like mixed stuff. It looks like the kind of stuff he has after 25 years. It's always so clean. And I gave him a radio, a DeWalt radio, about 20 years ago, and it looks like the day I gave it to him. I don't think mine even works anymore. It's disintegrated. Okay, all the backer pieces are in. All the screws are driven home, and just about that much into the wood. They're flat, and I think you could do chin-ups on that if you wanted to. I think that's going to be fine. So now it's stand up the door time, and do the shimming and the marking for the pulleys, the wheels. They're not really pulleys, they're just wheels. All right, we see we've got just a little bit of play right there, and here's the big moment. And that's going to go on there like that. So all I got to do now, don't leave that up there, come down on your head or chip your floor or something. So all I got to do now is shim, and I'll get that thing up there a little bit. So this is the exciting time. Look at that, isn't that cute? I bet that's what do they call it? A finial. I think they call it a finial. I don't know. All right, we have we have the wheels installed, and it is just perfect. 85.5 was perfect, and it just rolls like beauty. And now the one trouble I had was these Acorn nuts right here. I might need to get 2 bolts. They're hitting the frame right there, and so I'll have to get some of those. It's probably some kind of metric thing, but here it is. And I believe this is going to be where I end this, because just imagine you can paint it whatever color you want, stain it whatever color you want, get it whatever kind of handle you want, and then you just install the, oh, look at that. That is great. Okay, it stops right there. It won't stick, there you go. And so we're going to call that a the end. I'm going to Gorilla Glue the guides down there, and but see that's just going to call for a regular nut because of this frame right here. So that's it. Now be sure and install your stops up there to keep it from coming off the track. In this case, it's more or less an impossibility because it's so tight up there, but put them on anyway. It can't hurt to do it that way. And so that is going to be all there is to it. So just sand and finish from there. I just wanted to cover the mechanicals of the thing. So that's the mechanicals of the thing. That just moves. Look at that thing go. Watch him go. The yellow one. Alright, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. End of series. Be sure and subscribe. Ooh. Still a little nervy. Okay. And see, yeah, there you go. So I'll adjust this out, and I got enough meat there to get where I can cover this right here. Okay, that's it. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. As a note, if you got to put nuts on the back of the door, I'll tell you what, at least the size that these are, they are metric. I figured they were, and they're M10 1.5. So metric 10 and 1.5 millimeter on the thread count there. I guess that's what that means in metric. I really don't know, but I don't have a really expensive, nice metric kit, mainly because I don't like doing metric stuff. I don't like working on Japanese stuff, but I run into it. You run into it even on MGBs. So, you know, back in the 80s. So there's the original nut that came on the door hardware. It's a beautiful thing, and I guess if you wanted to put the bolts the other way around, you could. I don't know how you would do that. I mean, I guess you could do it. But the way that I have the door made, I got to do the bolts in the front because the door's so tight up against the rail, and see, it works like a charm. It is very cold, and so anyway, okay, all right, let's got to get mad. There we go. Okay, so that fits on there just nice. So that's what that is, just in case you run into the same problem. Now, like I say, I believe the Acorns are the dressy side, but it doesn't make any sense to hang them that way unless you, I don't know, but I just don't see a point in that because nobody's going to notice it up there. So anyway, just a little side note. Thought I'd look that up for you.